Hi, I'm Don McRae. I work for the Salvation Army and run 3 homelessness programs, one of them being the Intensive Tenancy Support Service, which is for people exiting the prison over my shoulder here. What we do, we get referrals that come through to us, and we respond to those, and we actually go in and work with people in the prison to help them develop a case plan. I guess one of the philosophies that underpins our program is that we won't do anything for people, but we do things with people. We help people establish themselves and actually develop some resilience, help them understand how they can maintain a tenancy, for instance, how they can budget, how they can prepare meals. Some of those very basic things that sometimes people have just missed out on in their lives.
G'day, I'm Stuart Douglas. I'm 37 years old, and I spent roughly about 18 months in Risdon Prison. I have a pretty bad motorbike accident. I was working at the time and broke my back and ruptured my kidney. They gave me painkillers, morphine. Didn't take too long to start getting addicted to those. That led to a marriage breakdown. My ex-wife asked me to leave, which I did. And so I became homeless. Started living where I could, when I could. And in that time, of course, along came stealing to support my habit. I was incarcerated, so I went off to Risdon Prison here. Spent about 5 weeks there. I thought it'd be best when I get out, I'd get some help to address my pain issues and try and find a place. And that's when I first heard about the REO program, which is reintegration for ex-offenders. About 3 weeks before my release, I was put on buprenorphine, which is a derivative of morphine. About 3 months later, I was given a key to a home. In prison, when they say you got the key, it means you got the life. The support that I received was fantastic. It's why I'm standing here now talking to you guys and approaching them to volunteer for them. There's not an agency out there I'd rather give my best efforts to.
My name's Des. I was released from prison in 2011. Coming out was definitely an experience in itself. I thought I had everything just about sorted. I had family support, and unfortunately there were things that occurred, and I had to make a drastic decision to exit and move somewhere else. I went to another spouse's place and was able to stay there for a short period of time. In between that time, it was the Army that bailed me out and found me somewhere to live. The benefits of that were far beyond my belief. Having spent the amount of time in Risdon as I had, not knowing whether you fit in, there's a certain amount of paranoia, and it takes some time to get over that. It takes time to adjust. And all this time you're trying to work out a path for yourself with all this other external stuff going on. And it's difficult because you're very unsure of yourself and you don't want to make a target of yourself. The two things that seem to mix are that once you've been to jail, you're no good and you'll never be any bloody good. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. There's a lot of people that come out of jail that can become good, solid citizens again. They can make progress and they can contribute, but they've got to be given the opportunity, because it's that opportunity that will change their lives. And if they change their lives, the community benefits. And the community benefits greatly.
The positive impacts of the program are that we've worked with people who are change ready, and not just in that pre-contemplative stage where, oh yeah, I want everything done for me. They're actually ready to engage and actually let the program help them. In the 2 years post-release, roughly about half of the population will return to prison. Now, with that support, we've actually seen in the last 12 months of our program, we had a 0% recidivism rate. This program certainly fulfills the mission of the Salvation Army, because this is where William Booth first started his work. It was prison support, the prison gate support. And it's still just as important today as it was back in those days. And I think this is certainly something that the Salvation Army believes in. And given the fact that our program relies solely on mission funding, it really says that the Salvation Army are putting their money where their philosophy lies.